This is tonight's homework, Wednesday night's homework, and we're going to work through some of these together. All right, it says, question 1, it says, what is the IQR of the, says bow, it should say box, plot above. All right, so here's our box plot. In order for us to find the IQR, that's the interquartile range, IQR is Q3 minus Q1. Remember, sometimes Q3 is called the upper quartile and Q1 is called the lower quartile. But so in order to do this, we've got to be able to label our box first. So our first point on our box and whisker is the minimum because it's the smallest number recorded. And up here, 78 is our max because it's the greatest number recorded. 74 is the number in the middle, which is our median. So that leaves us right here at this point as Q1 and Q3. So our Q3 is 76. Our Q1 is 72. So we do 76 minus 72, and you should be able to put that in your calculator and get your answer right there. Question 2 says, what percent of the data is above 76? We've talked about this in the past, about how each section there's 4 sections here. We've got a section here, 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 and here. And so each section represents 25% of the data. So if we're looking at 76 or above, we've got from here above, so everything greater. So we only have one section, so that would end up being 25% of our data. Question 3 is, what is the range of the box plot? Range is our max minus our minimum. So we've already labeled our box up here, so we should be able to identify our max, which is 78, and our minimum, which is 64, and subtract those two. So we should be able to do 78, if I could write my numbers correctly here, 78 minus 64, I would get my range. All right. Question 4 over here says to create a histogram using the frequency table above. So here we're talking about bricks per building, and then here's our ranges or our buckets, and this is the number we have in each, okay? So I'm going to take these bucket ranges and I'm going to put it down here at the bottom on the x-axis. So I've got 21 to 40, 41 to 60, 61 to 80, 81 to 100, 101 to 120. And I'm going to run out of room because my marker is too big, so I hope you write smaller than me. 121 to 140, and I'm going to have to stop right there because I ran out of room. Okay, so maybe yours will be smaller. On our y-axis, this is the number of buildings. Okay, so starting, we've got 1. Our max over here is 8, so we're going to go all the way to 8. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, and we're going to create our histogram here. Remember, our histogram is like a bar graph, but the bars touch. So with 21 to 40, you come over here and you look, how many numbers are 21 to 40? There were 6 buildings that had 21 to 40 bricks. So I'm going to draw my bar up to 6 and can fill it in. Then I have 41 to 60. So 41 to 60 bricks. There were 2 buildings. So I'm going to draw my bar up to 2, making sure I'm touching the bar next to it. And I'm going to do that for each one of my ranges. And then you should be able to have your histogram. And that's it. That's all we had to do. Only 4 questions today. If you have any questions, we'll go over it tomorrow.